Give me an intro.
What's up, y'all? It's Post to Society. Welcome to the pod. Welcome to the channel, man.
Yo, open your fucking eyes, bro.
Baby, you perfect. Baby, you perfect. Baby, you perfect.
Yo, it's your host Sadiq. Trigger warning around the 25-minute mark. We're talking about some sensitive topics. Comment down below topics that you want us to speak about and or opinions about the podcast and stuff like that, or opinions that you had about the things we spoke about. We could definitely feature in the next pod. But yeah, man, like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell, bro. We're going up. Follow our TikTok as well. It'll be in the description. And yeah, without further ado, let's get into the video and the pod. Let's get it! Right. All right.
What's up, y'all?
All right. It's Pills to Society. You already know the vibes. You got your host, Sadiq Spears. You got your host,
Glenn Boucher.
You got your host.
Kanai.
It is 11:44 right now. Took 2.5 hours to, do some promo shit. We're not, we're doing some promo shit. So, figuring stuff out. Good thanks to our little behind the scenes people,
Shout out behind the scenes people.
Yes. Damn, man. So we getting consistent with this bitch. Don't get it twisted.
This dropping Wednesday.
Yeah, dropping big Wednesday. Should we do 10 a.m.s? 10 a.m.s. This one's gonna be on 10 a.m.
This one's coming on 10 a.m.
All right. So schedule
Yeah.
just to figure some shit out. For now, we are definitely going to be dropping on all platforms. Wednesdays on 10 a.m.
Every Wednesday. Hopefully, right. If everything goes well.
And if 10 a.m. doesn't work, 3 o'clock. Yes, that's the backup. That's the backup times. Yeah. Okay.
Make sure you check us out on Spotify. That's something new.
For real, yeah. Spotify is mad nice. The interface is beautiful.
You could, you could look at us on SoundCloud, but you're weird for that. If you go on SoundCloud,
SoundCloud's a little weird, but we got it though.
We got it.
No, don't do that. Don't do that.
SoundCloud for
yeah. SoundCloud's valid. SoundCloud's valid. But the thing is, we're not paying for the extra SoundCloud low key. So like, we're just gonna delete the. What is it? The last episode before?
Yeah, we only have our two most.
Yeah, we can only have 2 pods up, and we pay for Spotify. We're not paying for SoundCloud right now.
SoundCloud
a little ghetto, but we're working because YouTube's the best, and Spotify too. Let me not do that. But yeah, go check us out on all platforms and follow us on the Instagram. Hit the link tree down below, and you can keep in tune with us with everything. So. Damn, we get into our weeks and shit.
Yeah.
Who wants to go first?
You want to go first?
Okay.
Nah. Do you have something? Are you prepared to speak on your week?
Yeah. I got a lot of stuff going on with me.
All right.
I've been going to the gym.
Yes, sir.
I'm on top of that. That's like a weekly thing. I'm on the gym. I'm on the gains.
Oh yeah.
My car got fucked today. My starter's broken. I miss my car, even though my little Corolla. I miss that shit.
Wait, what car are you driving now?
I'm gonna drive a Corolla, 2006 Corolla. What else is going on with me? I'm just cruising. Really, I'm going through some shit. I'm going through a lot of shit. It's all love though. A lot of love in it though. And what else is going on? I've been going outside more.
Yeah, although today
going outside. Today was
bad,
bad, but like going outside, it's just a different feeling, bro.
Yeah.
Like, after this COVID shit and like everything that just happened like last year, like when we were in the heat of last year, honestly, like I didn't really feel it. Like everyone was like, "Oh, this year sucks." I was like, this year's it's a year, but like, and I still don't look back on it like, "Oh, this year's dog shit," because a lot happened for me, and of course. Condolences to everybody that lost their lives in the COVID and shit like that and got affected, but like, I don't know, bro. It's just a different feeling going into this summer. Yeah, like everything's going nice, but finish out your week.
That's it, really. I got another job, and that's it. Like that's really all I'm going through. Those are my updates, my weekly updates.
So I'll piggyback off that. You got another job. I just quit my job today.
Yes, sir. Big 2 weeks.
I put my 2 weeks in today. I don't know that, nothing against the job. It's just, it was a lot at that point. I feel like I was just working too hard. Like, it was, I've been there for like 7 months, and I feel like it was time to switch it up, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I don't have another job lined up. Some of y'all may think that's stupid. But It's not though, cause I'm going into track season, right? Actually, I may get a job for the weekends during track season, but I'm going into track season, and I'm just not gonna spend money. Like it's easy. The only thing I could like I used to just get by without a job, just spending money on gas and mowing lawns on the weekends and shit. Yeah. So I could do that again. That really wasn't that bad. Just
so why don't you just keep your job for the weekends and tell them that's your only time you're available?
Because I didn't want the job. I was thinking about quitting a while ago, and then this was just a.
Why didn't you want the job?
It's just a lot of work, man. It was, it's not even a stressful job. Like I work in the kitchen, but it's just 7 months at the same thing. I just couldn't do it anymore. It's a cool. I like the people there. I love the people I worked with. They were pretty chill and shit, but the job was just disgusting. I was always washing dishes. That was my big thing. I mean, I don't know. You just gotta experience it, I guess. It's just bad. I didn't enjoy it. I was not enjoying it, so that's why I quit.
Valid.
I get that.
Yeah. I was protecting my energy.
Hey.
Dude,
hey, it comes at all angles. You gotta protect your energy.
You gotta protect your
angles.
energy, man.
That's your week?
Yeah. I don't think anything else has happened in my week.
Slow week.
It's really been a slow week. Spring break, man. I was just kind of relaxed.
Spring break has just, honestly...
I just kind of vibed.
It just feels like a regular fucking week, just a little bit more work to me. Like, just work off of schoolwork onto something else, Like, that's what it just feels like.
This wasn't really a break.
Yeah, it didn't feel like a break at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a
good
week.
What's happened to my week? I'll close out with that. My week has been pretty cool. Little ups and downs and stuff like that. Always working on myself, working on stuff. I wanted to see my friends this week, but I didn't really get to see much. I saw a couple people, but not as much as I wanted to enjoy the break. I feel like I got a lot of work lined up for me right after this break with school that I didn't really get to, but I'm not really mad at it, honestly. I got accepted into a nice college.
Attaboy.
With basically a full ride, so that's really good.
Really?
Family's very excited.
I didn't know
about
how big of a ride it was.
What are you going to college for?
Business. I got accepted into NYU. But business, business and finance. So yeah, I got accepted into that, and my parents are very excited. But I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Following you.
I still got a couple of college. I got one college I'm waiting on, and I got a couple that I'm still pondering. But I'm definitely I definitely have not made my decision yet.
Listen, you could join us at community college anytime.
Why don't you go to NYU though?
Because I don't know if I want to.
It's free.
Oh yeah, some colleges are free for me.
Isn't it an Ivy League school?
Sister Ivy.
What?
And Sister Ivy League means like it just wasn't made back then, but it was still like
it's still a prestigious school.
Oh, it's a prestige school that just hasn't been for 100 years.
Yeah, basically.
Oh, that's that's what it is. 100
Isn't
years?
that like the point of going to schools like that? Is like to get that recognition, credibility, like to have that on your belt. Like,
if you want that, I can give two fucks about notoriety. Really.
That's a big word. It's a good word.
Yeah,
Quality word.
But it's just I don't really care about that, to be honest. My family cares about that. That's why they want me to go. And I mean it's like a $70K a year school, and I kind of got that kicked off. But like I don't know. It just doesn't. One, the city's a little, intimidating. Two, I like a campus.
I wouldn't live anywhere near the city. I just can't.
And three, I'm a very like outdoors person. No, I'm not an outdoors person, but like I like my nature shit. Like
Central Park.
Huh?
That's Central Park.
Yeah, what the fuck is that? They don't even got stars in the city, bro. Like, that shit's polluted. Like that shit is. Like, I like going outside. Even though I live in the woods and shit, like, I like going outside and seeing some shit. Like, I like going... That's just some shit that I don't want to take for granted right now. Like, low-key. Mm-hmm. But, I don't know. It's still definitely a big contender just because of how good the school is. It's a great school. And, I mean, it's in the city, too. So, that is very accessible for a lot of things. But, I'm still thinking. But, that wasn't on my week. My job today. You got a new manager at my job.
Oh, I gotta talk about what happened at my job today. Not only did I quit, but I'll go after you.
Okay. I got a new manager, and I'm not gonna hold you, bro. This dude is a bitch. He's just like very anal about things, just like so, just want something in line. I'm like, bro, I don't operate like that. Like, I'm a very good I'm a very good worker and shit like that, but like don't beat don't get on my head about every little thing that does not matter. Like don't do that. Like, and that's what it is. And it's like today my general manager was talking to me about college, and she was like, oh yeah, Siddiq's not gonna care because he's going to Howard in a couple months. I was like, and I just got accepted to NYU that hour full ride. Everyone was like congratulating me, and the dude fucking rolled his eyes. Like, that's some hating shit, bro. Like, that's some real, I met him today. Like, that's some hating shit. Like, that's some real hating shit. I was like, bro, are you serious? Like,
I got his ass, bro. Just let that nigga rock.
Oh yeah, I mean, I'm not really gonna count him out in 2 months, but like, I really like working there. That's the thing. Like, I really like working at that job. There's mad cool people and stuff like that, but I could just see him infiltrating some bullshit, like fucking up something nice. Like, honestly, this is one of my, like, I like working there. That's the thing. But but yeah, and there's one other thing I was gonna touch on. What was that? The shit that we talked about today.
He's a demon.
Oh, obviously, but.
What?
No, but the shit that we were talking about today. Me working. So I've been working a lot lately, right? Yeah. But I've been putting a lot of hours in, and just because I just want to stack up a stacking season, obviously, summer's coming up. But like, it's funny because the more that I work, the less productive I get, and it's like, it doesn't even mean financially, right? Like, because a lot of people are like, well, the more more hours I put in at my job, the less, like, I focus on school. That's not really me. Like, it's more of just, like, the more hours I put in my job, the less I focus on my future financial wealth, And that's what I always strive for on my off time, on my off season, And then that's more of just, like, a day job, you know what I mean? Like, it's one of those type of things where it's, like, I have my off chance. And it's just, like, I've been slacking on my shit, bro. And I really can't attribute that to me working a lot. But, like, what's the trade-off? Because now I'm getting this money here instead of getting that money for the future. So I might be just, like, fucking myself later down the line. But it's like, I don't know that balance. I gotta find that balance. What really boils down to.
Balance.
I gotta find that balance. But
that's a good word, balance.
Right. So that's how my week went, honestly. I'm still trying to figure it out. But I'm just trying to get off that. I'm trying to get back into productivity, honestly.
Productivity?
Yeah.
It's funny you bring up the more you work, the less you productive you are. Because I had to cut, like, a month or two ago, I had to cut the hours I work back. Because I was working, like, every day. And that shit was killing me. It's not even a hard job. But it was just, it gets to the point where, I'd sit there and I'd be doing nothing. I'd be like, well, I gotta go to work today, so that's enough today. And I was being so unproductive because I was going to work, and that shit fucked me. I hated that shit. So, no, I know what you mean. The more you work, the less productive you are, which is, like, sounds counterproductive, but it's just the way it be.
Exactly. A lot of people attribute productivity to work.
Nah.
It's not.
Nah.
It really is. Like, yes, you are.
I think so. I think work is productive.
Speak up.
I think work is productive.
Of course.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm saying...
I find it productive. Maybe for you. I feel like that's a perspective. Me going to work, I think that's productive. That's me doing something productive today.
It's doing something productive, but I'm talking about in the future. You gaining this short-term bread, you're personalizing it. So, I mean, like, let's give an example. One of our friends works and thinks that is, him being productive. I disagree with that entirely. I think that by him working, this nigga thinks that he's doing something and he's not. Now that's taken away from everything else. If he got fired today, what the fuck is gonna happen? Back to being a bum. So I mean, like,
I hear what you're saying, but I still think working is productive.
Of course, working is productive, but I'm saying if you don't have anything else coupling with that, it's going to be unproductive. It's productive physically. You're making money physically. Mentally, you're getting stuck, and you're getting more stuck and stuck and stuck.
Yeah.
Because you're thinking that you're being productive, but really you're not. You don't have much else going on. unless you have stuff going on, that's when it becomes more productive. Me working my 14 hours, right?
What?
What?
In a day?
Oh,
Okay.
in a week.
I was about to say that's nuts.
No, me working my 14 hours in a week, but coupling that with my 14 hours on my grinding on something else, right?
Yeah.
That to me was more productive than me working my 24 hours this week and me doing nothing else. See what I'm saying? It makes me unproductive. I feel like I'm getting home from work. As soon as I get home from work, I'm like, I just want to eat and lay down.
Sleep, yeah.
Exactly. Like I just want to eat and lay down. In the mornings, damn, I gotta work at fucking 3.
Yeah.
Now you're just burning time to go to work. You're dreading that whole day. You're
That's
like,
part of why I quit, bro. Cause I was waking up on fucking like Wednesdays, and I'm like, damn, I got today, tomorrow, and then I got work Friday. And at that point, I was like, fuck, man, like why am I doing this to myself? I'm dreading work on Friday on Wednesday. Like that's fucked up. That's ass backwards. You know what I mean? So that's why I had to get out of that. But no, I feel what you mean. I have a calendar in my room where I put like 3 things I want to do for that day. And like if all I did was go to work, I don't count that as a productive day. Like I gotta go to work, and then I also have to work out, or I gotta go to work and I gotta read, or I gotta clean my fish tanks, or I gotta straighten up my room. Like I just work itself to me just doesn't seem productive.
honestly, work just feels like school.
Work feels like work.
It's discipline.
Work feels
Like just
work.
think of like a chore. Honestly, that's how I look at work now. It's not like this is just like that's my money, right? That's my primary thing that I'm just kind of doing, right?
Yeah.
But my productivity is measured in other things. So let's say you do football and you work, right? Working is your normal shit because we don't really have school anymore. So
Wow.
So it's like having collateral. Is that what you're saying? Like you just have to have a bunch of shit doing, and then it's productive. Because think about it, like you brought up football and same thing. A dude that's on the football team, but he does nothing else. So could you say that he's unproductive? Unproductive if he just does football. Like is it just like being productive is when you have collateral?
Yeah, I say productive is when you are
Doing many things.
You're hitting like all aspects of growth, because there's like physical growth, which could be like the football, and there's the mental growth, which is like your schoolwork, your research, your reading your books, and then there's your financial growth, which could be like jobs. And I feel like if you hit at least 2, then you're productive. But if you just go to work and now you're growing your financials, but you didn't work on your physical or your mind, that's just how it is for me.
Okay.
Like I feel like those are 3 categories.
But I align in that as well.
And I gotta hit 2 of them for it to be a productive day.
Yeah, I fuck with that because the thing is, even with me trading, right? I was never laser. When I was laser focused on trading, I was also doing this. I was also working. That's what made me feel that full 360, right? Of like productivity. Like when you going home and you feel like it was a good day today. It was a good day today because you hit multiple aspects. That's when you feel really good about your productivityness. Where it's like, if I'm just going to work, that's normal shit now.
Yeah.
That's normal to us.
That's like going to school and coming back.
Exactly. Like you're telling me if you came home from school after a 7-hour day of school, and do you feel productive? No, you want to
Yeah, I know. That's why I was asking you a question. I was just asking you a question. Like, is it a collateral? Like, do you have to collateral for productive?
Yeah, I say collateral for me.
Okay. All right. I get what you're saying now.
Yeah.
I get that.
It has to be
that makes sense.
Yeah, it has to be a combination.
That makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense.
Let me just talk about something that happened during my day. I don't know. I don't remember why I thought of it, but like today, alright, so I wash dishes usually. And how that works is there's some dishes that have to soak overnight because they're just so disgusting you can't clean them then. Or else it'd be a pain. I mean, you could, but it's a pain in the ass. So I leave some dishes to roll over overnight. That's what everybody does. But this one girl, bro, she wrote, she must have been the dishwasher the next morning. Because today, she wrote me a note, and she was dishwasher today. And today, she wrote me a note and put it on the fucking wall, on a napkin on the fucking wall, and said, Glenn, read. And she said, wash the dinner dishes, do your job.
Oh, wow.
She She's been working there for like 2 weeks, bro.
You know what's crazy?
I have 7 months on her ass, bro.
They don't even let girls do dishwashing at my job.
Nah, we don't give a fuck. I mean, they try not to let girls do it, which is why I'm always the dishwasher, because I'm the only part-timer that's a guy. Well, we have this other guy, but he...
Do your job. That's so disrespectful shit.
I saw that shit, and I, like...
I'll put my two... Yeah.
I put my...
Yeah.
One of my coworkers, she read it. She's like, Glenn, you can quit. You know that, right? She's like, you ain't got to take this shit.
No, that's
like,
disrespectful.
That was... right? I'm like,
no.
Yo. And then I saw her today.
Hell no.
Oh, and she's like in her 20s, maybe 30s. I
I'm
don't
setting
know.
booby traps on her. Yeah.
You know, I was like, because there's definitely gonna be another time where I'm porter, is what we call dishwasher, before her, and I could do that, but hold on, I saw her today, and she did not. She did not look at me. She, like, I was like, I've never seen her before.
So she gonna leave the note and not look at you?
Pussy.
I'm like, yo,
oh my god,
like, I'm not the type of guy that's like, oh, pull up, I'm a
pussy.
Like, handle it like a fucking adult. If you have a problem with how I wash dishes, just tell me and I will work on it. Don't leave the note passive aggressively with that little side of disrespect, and then not even look at me in the eyes.
She could have at least
bro.
been like, told a coworker and was like, yo, can you tell Glenn to like wash the dishes at
Right.
night? She could have at least
And
said
here's
that.
the
Like,
worst
Do your job. She's
Here's
trying to
the
act
worst
bold
part.
and not look at you.
We have 3 sinks. One of them, it was just filled with like fucking spinach, sausage, tomato. I'm like, what the fuck is this? I had to spend like 25 minutes cleaning the sinks just so I could wash dishes.
Yeah,
I'm like, this bitch.
Get the fuck out there.
That's exactly what I had.
And I was
That's so
myself,
disrespectful. Hell no. Get the fuck out
and
there.
that whole time I was washing dishes, I was like, this bitch, I'm about to leave so much for her next time that she's porter after me. But then I thought, shout out Naruto, the whole thing of the villain Pain and why he did not work is because he tried to fight pain with pain, hate with hate. And I was like, I could do her dirty. But then we're just getting into a petty leaving dishes match. And I thought to myself, I was like, I'll just take the high road. It doesn't work out in Naruto. It's not going to work out here. We're just going to get into an endless cycle of this and that for the next 2 weeks before I leave.
And to connect that with the last episode when I was talking about the nigga with the lemons and shit,
Yep.
I was like, I could have just gave him those goddamn lemons and avoided all this shit. Right? It's the same thing where it's like, I've grew up with that shit though. Like, I grew up with that pettiness. Like, I get that from my fucking family, but I grew up with that pettiness of just, like, always trying to get that shit back, right? That's, like, my real maturity, where, like, it's showing now. Like, where I could just let it be. It's above me now. Like, all that shit is above me now. Like, girls trying to, like, just start, like, little petty arguments and shit like that. Literally, I'd be like, okay, good night.
yeah.
I bet we're not doing that tonight.
It's like, okay, good night.
I know.
It's that simple. I'm like, literally, you just gotta protect your energy from it. Like, honestly,
Protect your energy.
they, like, girls, people, in general, relationships just be blood suck, like, just sucking the energy out
Some
of you,
people
bro.
need toxic, bro. People need toxicness. And then you just, when you don't have toxicness, it's just, it fucks with them. It fucks with people when you're not toxic. People just don't know what to do.
Demons breed on angels.
Whoa.
How does he?
What the fuck is good with you?
Repeat that one more time for me.
I said demons breed on angels.
One more time.
Demons breed on angels.
Protect your
I mean, not
energy.
everybody angels, but you get what I'm saying.
Demons breed on angels.
Demons, that's my thing. Demons, I call those people demons.
That's true.
All those niggas, those people are
God.
demons.
I be watching that dude sitting at his fucking kitchen table for 4 hours talking about the moon and the Garden of Eden. That
Oh,
podcast, Duology.
yes.
You sent that to me where I was like, 4
Yeah.
hours? There's no way.
It's longer than 4 hours.
Yeah, it was like
actually.
8
That's
hours,
the second
actually.
part. Yeah.
And he's just sitting at a kitchen table. Like, in a fucking wooden chair, bro.
Writing
Like,
shit down.
I know his
Shit was
ass hurts,
crazy.
bro. Fuck.
Well, damn.
You want to go into the topic?
Oh yeah.
I don't even know what the topic is.
I mean, shit.
Bots.
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 And demons. Nah, I can't even put demons as bots because, like.
Bots, vessels, vegetables. Shout out Emma.
Yeah.
Yes.
Just everything that couples with that. Bots.
Bots.
We're back.
A quick little thing.
We had a little doodle-doo.
So bots. Y'all know who you are.
No, they don't.
Nah, you
That's
don't.
part
You
of
don't.
being
Yeah,
bots.
yeah,
They
yeah.
don't
You
fucking
right.
know
You
who they
right.
are. You know who you are.
All right, so let's just start with like defining what bots mean to us.
Alright. Bots is just a simple-minded creature, simple-minded person, simple-minded as in can't really see things from different perspectives. Usually, Twitter rants, people that go on Twitter would be in that bot classification. People that don't really look at anything, they don't try and expand. They don't look. They only see what's in front of them.
Just straight narrow-minded.
Straight narrow-minded. Don't really see it.
Tunnel vision.
They don't.
They're not open to seeing nothing. It's just they shoot down every little thing.
And they're toxic. Well, no. Actually, not all bots are toxic. Because there's good bots. There are good bots.
There definitely
and there are
bots.
Smart bots as well. Just because you're a bot does not mean you're stupid.
It's just not. You're just not in tune.
Yeah, you're just like.
It's kind of hard to explain.
You're in the sunken place.
I was gonna say Bill Gates, but Bill Gates ain't a bot.
What?
No, like a bot would be like
Mark Zuckerberg.
a bot would be like Ted Cruz. He'd be a bot.
You should use a different example.
No, people know what Ted Cruz be doing.
Yeah, they don't know Ted Cruz.
It's it's hard to find an example without dropping names of like people we know. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All right, a bot would be Kim Kardashian. No, bot.
Okay, a bot would just be a vegetable, simple-minded that does not give a fuck about
And they
anything
follow
around
something.
them.
They follow a hierarchy.
Trumpies.
Examples.
The fucking people that dick suck Trump.
Exactly.
Like everything he do is gospel.
Exactly.
Perfect.
Vice versa.
Yeah. Yeah. Perfect example.
Well, yeah.
So, I mean, like, and no disrespect to all of these people, because we really don't care. Like, that's the thing. Like, we don't care as long as you know what you are, right? It really goes down to that. Like, and why? Because some people are fine with being bots. They just don't care about, the world around them.
Yeah, that's okay.
And,
It's a very
maybe...
American thing, though. But.
Yeah, it's a very American thing. But maybe you're just not in tune, and maybe you just want to live the same life, everybody else lives as well, and not give a fuck about anything else around you.
Yeah.
But, kind of selfish. But, I mean...
This
It's selfish, but at the same time, some people live that life, and can't be mad.
Oh, and another thing is bots are easily controlled as well. Like, bots aren't free thinkers. Like...
Easily manipulated.
Like, this country, like, it's very, like... It gives you free thought, but it's not really free thought. It has...
Of course not.
Ooh,
This country has the best business plan ever. They give you all the rights, freedom, everything. But especially with social media, it's like they constrain it. They tell you what you see and they move it. Like, they know what they're doing.
Ain't no goddamn rights in this bitch. They have everything, and when you cross that line...
But that's what I'm saying. But it's like a manipulate. Like, it's not manipulation.
It is manipulation, because the thing is, my dad was just talking to me about this last night. I forgot what he deemed it as, but it's a type of manipulation where it's like you make them want something, right?
Yeah.
Like, you make them feel as if they need it, and you give it to them. So it's just like fuck. What's an example? A good example of that shit. Fuck. It's a good example, bro.
A good.
9/11. Okay, let's just give that.
What the
right?
fuck?
Chill,
What the fuck?
chill.
Just
I don't know
dropped
about that one.
9/11
I don't know
casually.
about that
What do you
one.
mean?
I'm a conspiracy theorist. Okay, so let's just give an example of the conspiracy theorist perspective, right? 9/11. They wanted more regulation on travel. Let's just say that.
Which they succeeded in.
They wanted more regulation on travel. Let's say that they did do an inside job or something like that, or even if Al Qaeda and stuff like that happened, even if it just fell into that plan correctly, they wanted more government regulation. They wanted more regulations in airport travel and everything like that, because before 9/11, it was easy to just hop on a plane and get the fuck away. You didn't need you didn't need all that. You could just hop on a plane and get the fuck away. That shit was just normal, right? Which is kind of crazy to think about, because we never lived during that time. Like, now it's like we're going to airport. Like, you're scared even without anything. Like, you're going to something like you just feel like something's going down.
Fuck, is there something on my ass?
Do I have a pocket knife or something? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's just something that just makes you scared, low key.
Shit.
But let's just say like people. 9/11 scared everybody in America to the point where it's like, take this, give our rights,
Yeah.
So let's say if it was a conspiracy theorist perspective, it's basically a set, nigga matched it, and they scored. So like it's kind of it was simple the way they set it up. Okay, let's say we want to enforce more regulations.
Yeah.
Throw up 9/11. All right, the people scared. Okay, slam dunk. They did it for us. Right. Just to give you an example from a conspiracy theorist perspective, I don't really tap into a lot of that stuff, but just to give you an example, right? So just that way of manipulation of just like coercing somebody into doing what you want to do. And that manipulation hits on all levels too. That manipulation hits in toxic relationships as well.
Oh my god,
Like,
toxic relationships could be a whole topic in itself.
We talked about that last pod, so but like, I mean, a lot of people do that in relationships too. Like, it kind of gets to the point where it gets scary. Like, it's kind of nasty. Yeah.
Damn, I guess we could talk about that as the topic. We moved from like bots to manipulation because there's manipulation. Although I feel like some bots aren't manipulatable.
Some bots are good. Some bots are good. Some bots are genuine.
But
They're just not in tune.
But able to be manipulated though. That's
the
the whole
someone
point.
that can't be manipulated because, I'm serious. Like, I don't know. We've seen like some really pessimistic people who you can't convince them to do anything other than the way they're gonna do it.
Cap. Okay, I see what you're saying. That's just being stubborn, right? But that's totally different from being manipulated, right? Stubborn of just saying some shit, and that's not manipulated. Right?
I feel like anyone can be manipulated, though.
Everyone can.
Of course, but when we're talking about bots, and specifically, you're more susceptible.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I feel like you're using different, like... I think you're using a different... I think it's a different word. I don't know.
For which example?
No, because when you say manipulation... no, just hear me out. Like, when you say manipulation, like... It doesn't... Like, it I feel like it comes off differently. Maybe I'm tweaking. But I feel like you're using the wrong word in that context. But I get what you're saying.
I think I'm using the perfect word. I mean, like, manipulating as in, like, being able to be controlled. And a lot of people in relationships get controlled. It might even be like let's say, example of like a toxic girl that's like, oh, I'll kill myself if you leave me.
That shit is crazy.
Shit is crazy.
Exactly, right? On some, I mean, you don't even have to be a bot in that situation, but I'm just gonna give you a manipulative example. I'll kill myself if you leave me. Like I don't know what I would do with myself if you leave me. Right? To the point where it's like, you are scared yourself. Well, maybe I don't want to... I don't want to leave her and get that off chance that she does do some shit, and now shit would kill me and hurt me indefinitely and shit like that. But, she's capping.
Yeah, she is capping.
Right?
She's always capping.
She's capping, right? Yeah. So it's like, when it comes to that example, you're being manipulative, but, you're being manipulated. Ooh. But even if you don't want to take that chance, that is that toxic manipulation.
Well, I mean, I thought you were talking about, like, on a bigger standpoint. Because when I think of, like, bots, I think about, like, Megan Thee Stallion and the way she's just a leader in that shit.
Oh, you're talking about a totally different thing.
No, I'm talking about bots.
Yeah, but that's a different level of bots.
I thought we were not talking about toxic relationships. I'm confused.
We're not talking about toxic relationships, but I'm talking about bots, our peers, not like niggas Megan Thee Stallion, bro.
I'm not talking about Megan Thee Stallion. I'm talking about the people that follow Megan Thee Stallion.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
I'm talking about like those people. The ones that follow Kim Kardashian, the ones, they're in like everything. They're just so obsessed with it, consumed with this social media shit, which is probably the best thing that these niggas did. Because they got everybody on raps with that. I'm talking about America, obviously. So
no, that goes far.
That's social media is deadly, bro.
It is deadly because it traps you, and you can easily control people in that.
Social media is the easiest way to. We I don't know if you did it in English, but I know we did it in English. Was that whole topic about women in advertising through social media, and a lot of it was like women would be conditioned to like hate their bodies if they weren't like super skinny. And, like, obviously things are changing now. Like, back in the day, that was, like, a thing.
That was, like 10 years ago.
That was, like, 8 years ago.
I find that so weird, because I'm like, yo, like, I don't know any guys that actually like skinny girls.
Yeah. I mean, no hate on the skinny girls out there. Like, you like you, but...
No, like, I feel like the gender's, like, thick, curvy, big ass bitches.
But
That's now.
But I feel like that's always
Okay,
been
early
that way
to-
though, because you go back to like the 90s, you'll see stuff
No,
like that.
you'll go back to the 90s. The thing is,
That's
that's
what
what
it
you talk about. You talk about from a different perspective. Like, you have to realize what you're looking in magazines. That shit was never prevalent in magazines. You would see what's that? Marilyn Monroe?
Sure.
I get. Oh yeah, I get
Skinny
you
as
saying.
hell. The bob, like that's the shit that you would see back in those days, where it's like, and not even back in those days, like 10 years ago, where it's just a straight super skinny models, Victoria's Secret models.
No, I get what you're saying, but I'm saying like just guys in general. I'm not talking about our generation. I'm talking about like old generations. Like I've never seen like anyone like skinny girls. Like I've never seen like the skinny girl has never been a thing. Like I'm just looking back in time. Like I've never seen that.
I think you're looking more in the community instead of like looking more public image, right? Because the thing is, you're thinking of like the grandfathers. Oh Lord, have mercy, shit like that, right?
Yeah.
God damn, that nigga's go crazy, but
Funny.
no, but that's what you're thinking of. But I remember watching the Shark Tank episode, right? And they came on, and it was what's wrong? A Shark Tank episode. She came on. It was like some Hispanic girl, right? Hispanic woman came on, and she was doing leggings, and she was like a new social media star, and she was just doing butt workouts on Instagram and shit like that, right? And promoting leggings, right?
Yeah.
Now the guy there, Robert, right?
Yeah.
The guy all the way on the right.
Yeah.
He was like, well, I don't really see appeal. I don't know why. I don't really see the image of like girls wanting huge butts and stuff like that. I don't see that like guys. I don't see that like guys really want that. I didn't know that was the appeal and stuff like that. And then Lori had a school with him. He was like, no, that's the new thing now, where it's like a lot of girls want big butts and stuff like that. And
Weird.
yeah, so basically she was just schooling Robert on like the new kind of popularization of just curves and big butts. I mean, honestly, if you really want to attribute that, we can attribute that to just black culture and features in women and stuff like that, of just how it was kind of negated throughout, the
that's true.
1900s, and then now it's actually being popularized and shit like that now.
I think it's being popularized through rap culture because rap is now touching.
Rap
Rap and hip hop is the biggest industry right now
in the world.
I agree,
Yeah.
but then we could just talk about the sexualization in that, right? Because that's what you were talking about in the English, about how they were doing that with the ads and shit like that. Because
and that was making
they
people
they
want that.
they know how niggas work. They know how shit works. They know what sells. Sex sells. That's what they're saying in the documentary. But like, they're really harping on our generation. Like, that's the thing. Like, porn, all that shit, that online porn, that shit happened like during our age, where like we got hit with that shit at a young age. Like,
That's true.
Like, really young, we got hit. That I remember that shit. Like, niggas were talking about that in like 6th grade, 5th grade, 6th, 7th grade. Like,
Yeah.
like it's crazy, and it was not regulated at all. It's still not regulated. Where it's just like people instantly can just look
now
up.
It's like TikTok. You could find like softcore porn on TikTok.
Wait,
and then you
what?
could
What's that?
softcore. It's like not softcore porn is like not actual like sex. Like you know those videos on TikTok where like it'll be like the stupid like a challenge where they gotta shake the ass and some of them are in a bikini.
Those
Shit like that is softcore porn.
Oh, okay.
Or it's just like
So like the busted challenge and shit like that.
Exactly.
Yeah, bro.
Exactly. And it's like now, like that, and that's why I would never let my kids be on like a social media like TikTok.
Yeah.
It's
Like,
just
that
so
shit's
accessible.
ridiculous. Like, the thing, no kid should be. If you have like brothers and sisters and stuff, no kid should be on that app. Like, it's really way too crazy.
It is.
Yeah.
Like even the kids like now that like it was like a trend on TikTok to do the Pornhub little intro sound.
Yeah.
It's like you just play it and then like cut to the kid and the kid like turns their head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause
And you be like, he's 10, and you're like, 10, bro? Like what?
10 is old.
Like, why does my
for what I
10-year-old
was
brother
seeing.
know
I
what
was
this
seeing
is?
7, like 6, literally.
Years old.
Yes, turning their head to that. I'm like, bro, that's
Yeah.
ridiculous. Like,
Yeah.
it's nasty and it's just
Because, and they may only know it from the trend, But then once you know it from the trend, then you're like, but why is this a trend? Like,
Exactly.
like why does everybody know what this sound is? It's not just from TikTok. And then, oh man, it's like a big rabbit hole of just
It's
fuck
a
shit.
problem.
It's
problem.
grimy.
It's
It's making.
over sexualizing, and I feel like it. Then again, it then over sexualizes females, and then niggas is more get more horny from that shit like that.
Exactly, and the thing is too. I mean, like by doing that, it's bringing sex at a young age. All that shit is bringing sex at a young. There's a reason why all these kids are now sucking dick in 7th grade. Like that shit is disgusting. Like honestly, like to think like when you see.
I thought it was missing out back then. Real shit. Like when niggas like were like, oh yeah, we fucked and shit. I was like, damn. Shit, I wish I had that shit. Like, why?
That's us in
living the
8th grade. Like,
dream.
that's in
In the
8th grade. Like,
yeah.
we're like, bro, we gotta do something. But we didn't know nothing. Like, obviously, but like, we were like, oh, in 8th grade, like, we knew some kids that like did it in like 7th grade and stuff like that. But it was just like, now looking back and seeing like 7th graders, I'm like, these are literal children. Like children. Like, that is disgusting. Like, honestly, like seeing kids.
Yeah.
I was just like thinking about that. Like dudes were fucking and they never had to shave their balls yet. Like they didn't even got hair, and they're already fucking, and that's just insane.
I mean, at least it's in that. What's worse is when they like old niggas prey on those little girls and shit.
That is terrible.
That's not valid.
What? No, it's valid. No, it's
that's a valid
facts.
point.
It's disgusting.
Yeah,
It's disgusting. Like honestly, it's disgusting because you be seeing like niggas on Snap that be talking to like girls in the 8th grade and 9th grade and shit like that. In our grade,
Y'all niggas is nasty.
like literally.
Bad Baby, Daniel,
Oh,
Briager,
Brigoli.
whatever the fuck.
Yeah, no, that'd be disgusting as well. All them niggas that copped their OnlyFans on the first
Oh,
day.
the baby, but
They catch me
it's
outside.
not the baby. It's
Catch
Bad
me.
Baby.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
yeah, the baby. Yo, the baby's OnlyFans. No, I mean,
Yeah.
she's 18 though. Did she just turn 18?
Yeah,
But
niggas was waiting on that.
it's the thought that dudes would like plot. Like they'll wait. She's like, oh, this bitch 17, but when she turned 18, then I can legally act out on my fetish.
You know what my thing is though? I feel like this might be a little risky. Like, I feel like really like it's both parts in this shit. Like I'm not here to say like, oh, women get raped off of whatever. No, I'm not saying that shit. But I'm saying that off of like when you're growing up and you're always exposed to sex, and especially how blatant it is now. I don't know if you guys saw it. Something about like a Burger King special and it was like a thong or something. You guys see that? You know what I'm talking about?
Not exactly. I mean, I've seen Burger King commercials.
Alright, well, I could probably show it after, but I feel like now it's so blatant. Sex is so early at a young age. One, niggas is gonna be niggas. And also, I watch porn. I'm sure y'all watch porn. That shit is fantasy. You be seeing girls get roughed up in that shit. You know? Like, and I'm just saying, like, think about those kids. Now they thinking that shit. And then you go on, then you go on TikTok, and now these girls are sexualizing their bodies.
No.
I'm like, again. I'm not trying to say that just because you wear this, it's your fault. No, it's not your fault. That nigga needs to have control as well. But at the same time, that encourages that behavior.
That touches on
it encourages that behavior.
I agree,
and it's just a fact. Like I'm not. Yes, you can get raped whenever. But think of a Muslim woman. I'm not saying for women to be over this. I got no problem with that. That wears straight. Yes, they do get. Yes, there are women that have gotten raped and they wear that clothing. You go down the street, you see a big booty chick, cheeks out, titties out. Listen, the niggas, the purrs, they going for that bitch. They going for you. Like niggas look at physical features.
Yes.
And I'm just thinking like, I'm talking probabilities. I'm not saying it's a definite.
You're right.
I'm not saying it's definite. You can walk out, tits and ass out, you could be fine. But probability wise, you gonna have those creepers looking at you.
You draw more attention.
You gonna see.
You draw more
niggas
attention.
Are gonna be attracted.
More
niggas are gonna
not
want
saying
those
that whatever
in your head.
And of course, that problem lies in boys and what we teach young people and young kids and stuff like that. But that's the same thing with the narrative of like, don't it's not protect your daughter. It's
educate your son.
Educate your son, and to an extent that's correct. But
Also,
no, nigga, I'm gonna protect my daughter. Like,
Yeah.
it like that is a given. Like, of course, we want to educate our sons, and we all will educate our sons,
Yeah,
and we're all young,
exactly.
educated sons.
Sons, okay.
Young men. Yes,
men.
young men. So I mean, like, we're all young, educated, stuff like that. But regardless, I don't want my sister out, getting sexualized and stuff like that.
Yeah, fuck
Like,
no.
I know what society we live in. We live in a society, bro. It's not gonna get perfect like that tomorrow because niggas going around and going to educate the kids. You have to think about the kids that don't grow up with a father, that don't grow up with that person to keep them in check. Right? No matter what, you're going to get these AWOL cases of these kids, and the power hungry kids, the people that just wield power and then put that on other girls and stuff like that. Like, that is how it'll happen.
And it drives them.
But regardless, I'm going to protect my daughter. I'm going to give her the same talk that, like, just an example of, like, the talk of, like, that black people give their kids, of just, like, knowing what to do in the situations. It's the same talk.
Yeah, exactly. It does. You could still get, gunned down, whatever. But if you do what the officer says, the probability is higher in your favor.
Yup. That's a
The
perfect
probability is
example.
higher in your favor.
Exactly.
Of course, it can happen, but we're talking about probabilities.
Exactly. I'm not going to be
Keyword.
a dumbass just because I want to be
it's
against
like-
the tide.
That's like saying, don't tell your son to be respectful to a cop. Teach cops how to be respectful to the person they're pulling over. Like, it's not, it's like, that's like, that was kind of a bad example. It's like,
it's both ways. No, I get what you're
don't
saying.
teach a cop, don't let a cop be racist. It's like, don't tell your son how to act, just don't let the cops be racist. It's just not a thing.
Exactly.
Like, you could try to tell cops to be racist, but there are some that are hungry for that power and will be racist. And then you also, but now you can't just be like, oh, well, we don't have
It's
to
basically
tell
just
people
not
how to.
teaching your kids to be prepared.
Yeah.
Right?
Mhm.
And then just putting all the focus, just make the cops, not be racist, right?
Mhm.
And obviously we're talking about, like, just the generalized stuff that we're talking about. But, like, that's a stupid ideology. We live in a society that's fucked.
Yeah, so you can't,
that's my thing. Yes.
you
Like,
can't tell.
We're going to
educated.
try to fix it. We are actively trying to fix it, but that comes with generations. The generation we live in right now, yes, I'm gonna tell my baby sisters to figure their shit out, and I'm gonna try to make sure that they are protected. Same thing with my sister that's older than me. Like, I live in that, and I'm going to actively protect that, and I'm growing around that, and I know the niggas that I see, bro. Like
Exactly.
that, like, I'm not stupid, bro. I'm not like.
They act like we don't see that shit. I'm like, bro, I be talking about this.
Speak
I'm
up.
not trying to get I'm trying to get my girl. I'll say some shit. Have you seen these posts, right? Oh, that nigga insecure, let you rock, right? So it's about this girl that goes out. Y'all seen the post. Girl goes out. She half naked, goes to the club. The nigga says, yo, go put some clothes on, right? Not cause, this bitch is grimy. Maybe she is. But you know how niggas is gonna act towards you.
Yeah.
You know how they gonna approach you. If my girl goes outside, see-through leggings, baggy shirt on, but I know how niggas gonna react. I know she gonna have at least 5 niggas come up to her.
Yeah, it's like, it's not because you don't trust her.
Exactly.
It's 'cause you don't trust.
Exactly. I know how guys feel. Like, you're going to get approached.
And in the narrative, no matter what, on the other side, it's just like, well,
it's your
guys,
fault.
Teach your son not to do that.
It's like, bro, that comes with. We live in a society, bro. Like, what do you think is gonna happen overnight? Like, dudes are not gonna be like nasty niggas. Like we gotta fix that. But I know that there's probably niggas watching right now. They're just nasty niggas. Like,
rape has been a thing since the beginning of time. Back in the 1800s, bitches wouldn't even show skin. All they showed was their face. Females were still getting raped back then. Rape will never end. But y'all can tell me if I'm tweaking. But I feel like in the culture we're in now, that shit goes up more. Because since 5 years old, you're seeing sex. You're seeing titties and ass. You're seeing a desire. And then as male testosterone, it's a natural thing. No, I'm not saying natural thing to rape. I'm saying natural thing to go for women. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, and that's.
I feel like, we could bring it back to porn. Like, dudes will watch that shit, and they'll be like, oh, you know, actually, Pornhub recently got rid of all videos from not verified porn stars
I heard
because
about
like legit rape videos would be posted on there, and dudes would watch it.
Oh, that's why they did it.
Yeah, well,
But that's what I'm
not
saying.
just
Yeah,
rape,
yeah, but
but
that's
a lot of
But that's a good.
unfiltered video. But rape is a good
I'm
example.
not mad at
of
it
why.
now. Well, yeah,
Yeah,
that makes sense.
I understand why they did
Yeah.
that. I'm glad that they did that now. So now it's like real professionals. But anyways, but like dudes will see that and they'll be like, oh, that's how sex is. They'll be like, I'm not getting pussy. I'm gonna just go rape this bitch because I have the power over her. Like at a party, right? Like
Exactly.
just subconsciously, they'll see the girl that's drunk, and she'll be like walking around a little slutty or something, not trying to fucking do it. But then this guy will take advantage of that because in his mind he's just been conditioned that
Exactly.
oh, this is what sex is. I'm not getting it right now, so I gotta get it right now. And I don't. It doesn't matter how rough I
Or
am.
even, it doesn't even have to be in that situation, right?
And we're not
But that's-
justifying that, by the way.
Never that.
No, that shit is.
It's
fucked up.
just we're just thinking again
That's just
probabilities.
how it happens.
You know exactly.
Which is fucked up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And to speak on that, right? It doesn't even have to just to bring it a different example, just a different, like way of going at it, right? You could be the most comfortable with a guy, right? The most comfortable you could be in the bedroom with a guy, the person that you trust and shit like that. But that porn just kicks in, right? Where it's like that rough shit where you think that a girl like wants it, right? But
Yeah.
but you never spoke to this person about it. You never spoke about that shit with this person. You never cleared it. You never got consent. You never did. And you're doing some crazy shit that you saw on porn, like some rough, nasty shit, right? That you think is normal. But it's really not because that's not the culture of sex in our society. That's a culture of porn.
Exactly.
Right? And the culture of porn is just like literally using a woman as an object. Like literally, that's really what it is.
That is
Like
what it
that's
is.
3/4 of what porn is. Of just literally just tossing them around. You'll see a guy with a camera and like the guy behind the it's just some dirty shit. Honestly,
It
what it
is.
really boils down to, like it really comes down to some dirty shit that you see on porn, where it's just like a girl, a guy just ordering shit that's going on, and then like nigga behind the camera's like, oh god,
Right? It's like you wake up and you think you're gonna get pussy. Like you just wake up in those scenes.
Yeah.
I feel like it goes through people's heads. Like, and I feel like that just contributes to the problem a lot.
Of course, and niggas that's never like been around girls, been around women, been around nothing. It's just like that, just live in this world
Exactly.
of porn, and it's like they can't get out of it. They can't get out of
Exactly.
that phase. And so like, bro, and that's being brought to kids at like 6, 7 years old, bro.
Like,
Yeah.
That's instilled in their brain. That's programming.
Because to get past, like, you go on a porn website, are you 18 years or older? Yes. Instant access. Just it. Like, it used to be the days where you'd have to go to, like, the fucking bookstore to buy a Playboy and you'd get ID'd. Now, it's just like, you just gotta type in the words, and fucking Pornhub doesn't even have, like, are you 18 or older?
Yeah.
You could be on your fucking Kindle Fire. You could be on your tablet. You like your
Kindle
little
Fire.
cousin's tablet. Right? You be like on your little cousin's tablet.
Yo,
That's it's accessible.
Facts. I know kids that be just like, think of like the kids that's like on the Xbox and stuff like that. Like I know kids. Niggas be on the Internet Explorer.
Oh my gosh! Shout out that nigga. Shout out that nigga.
Niggas, you put something on a flat
I'm
screen, bro.
crying,
What?
yo.
Like it's so
crying,
easily
yo.
accessible where it's just nasty
Oh my
now.
God.
Where,
Yeah.
like, I'm not disrespecting nobody, but you just gotta see what's being projected to the kids now, and projected to us as kids, right? We can see it, but like
Because we're not getting manipulated by it.
exactly. But if we were
Yeah.
bots,
You get manipulated by it.
exactly, and that's where it gets scary. Like that's where
Whoa.
that's where those like actual huge rape cases come.
Hold
That's
on,
where
we
there's
just took that whole podcast and just like intertwined it right there.
Mhm.
That was
Yeah.
smooth.
But that's where like these kids brew, these abusers, these nasty like niggas. That's where it really brews. It's just that regulation on like porn and shit like that, because like you don't really know what you're breeding, you know? Some kid
Exactly.
that's never been interacted with a girl in his life thinks that this is what girls are. Thinks that these are what women are, you know?
And they never done it. And then they got those OnlyFans shit. See, listen, I probably get hate for this. It's everything. It's like a conversation in a way. For me to have a conversation, for this to happen, you have to respond to me. So it's a two-way street. There's no one way. You know what I'm saying? There's no one way at all. Alright? And I'm not minimizing, again, I'm not minimizing shit because, you know, I know people personally. Like, I know people personally that have been assaulted, sexually assaulted. And they are perfect, fine. You know, genuine as fuck. You know, great people. And I've seen it. And they done nothing. And they were young. You know, some of them, they were young.
Yeah.
7, 6, 8. Fuck you. What can you do?
Just
At
because
7.
yeah.
So I'm not trying to, but I'm saying like two-way street. That's all I say. It's a two-way street.
Just protect, honestly, protect yourself and educate yourself as well.
Educate the ones
and
around
because
you.
we're all getting to that age where we can breed. You know, we
Breed.
yeah we could do that. Like honestly, like we're about to see like some kids start popping up in our ages. You know, because this is the age where like some people do. So we just need to know what to instill in our children, and we have that responsibility. Too many people don't respect that. Too many people don't focus on that. But I focus on that daily. Like just making sure that like I am the person I want to be when I become a father. And when I become a father, this is that shit that I'm focusing on, right? Because I don't want to breed one of these kids that did that shit, right? I don't want to do that. I don't want to have a daughter that, that has to go through the pain that we probably know at least one girl that has been sexually assaulted easily.
Oh yeah.
Like I know multiple off the top, right?
Yeah.
Like it's like actually ridiculous how shitty this shit is. Like it's actually disgusting. And it's like we all have sisters.
You know my
like we all have sisters.
Yeah, I know. You know what my cousin was telling me the other day? Cause she was in Jamaica. Shout out Kim. She was in Jamaica, right? And she was telling me how basically lately there's been a lot of cases, right? They'll rape the black woman, right? The dark skinned woman, right? And leave them be, right? But with the light skins, there's a big rape culture in it where they will rape the light skins and kill them so they don't tell on the police because the police were more likely to believe the light skinned people, which goes back to colorism, but that's another topic. But it just says like just it's kind of like out of our world, but it's stigma. I was listening to a podcast the other day, and this nigga is telling me, Jamaican nigga telling me how like some niggas think that just because the woman come in my house, I could do what I want. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that's a big thing over here. I don't think it is. I hope it's not. Hope it's not a big thing over here. But
I can.
Oh, you see this shit around here? Cause I've never seen it around here.
Not the like the house example, but more of just like if I buy you something. If I buy you those Birkins, if I provide for you in all these situations, I own you property, like shit like that.
Yeah.
Like that's the culture in our society that I could see in like American society where it's just like, if I provide for you, you are mine, right? And that's why I like the huge movement of like women like going independent and like doing all that shit. I like that shit. I want my sister to do that shit. My sister is doing that shit. I like that part because it's like it's taking that away from all these niggas that are straight power hungry and think that just because they got money that they could do whatever.
But my thing is though, like, I might get canceled for this. With women, with niggas, I feel like we all align on some view, white, black, Spanish, Chinese, whatever. Like, we all align on some view. But you're saying that goes be independent. But then you got the thotties that, 1,000 thotties that just at his crib chilling. So it cancels out the people that are doing it. Like, there's so many mixed views, mixed emotions, mixed viewpoints on how we should do this. Just in the feminist, just a movement that it's not taken seriously. If we're being real, it's not taken seriously. Because there's no real motive. You're saying you want to be independent, but here you are begging for money from niggas. You know what I'm saying? You want your space, but you don't want to lose space. You want them to be next to you all the time. You know what I'm saying? You don't want them to be protective. You want to go out and do your own shit, your hot girl shit, but you want a man to stay with you and shit.
And provide security.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm not saying all women are like, I'm just saying the viewpoints on a lot of these girls, it's not like niggas.
They're all contradictory.
They contradict each other
contradicts
all
everything.
the time. Niggas is different.
It's kind of scary though.
It
It's
is.
just like walking that tightrope.
It is
as
very
well.
scary.
It's like you never know. Like honestly, like it's different because
We gotta wrap this shit up soon, though.
Yeah, that's a fact.
it's different because a lot of people, a lot of women, right? Like I would think that the ideal idea of a man, right? When it comes to this society of just like more of the idealistic man, they just want like security and to be made feel comfortable, you know, in either way. So in that it could just be emotionally, physically, any other way, mentally, stuff like that. Like I think they just want security, stuff like that. That's just what I perceive. Right?
Yeah, it means, yeah.
So I don't. There's so many levels to this shit where it hits, because then you have, as you said, the Trishas, like the girls that just like straight will do anything just to have status.
Exactly.
Clout.
Right? Exactly. Just straight status. And then you have the actual, woman that the other woman that actually wants to just straight provide for themselves, and it's like, I don't need you at all, stuff like that. And then you have, the in between.
And then the in between is the most confusing. It's
Yeah.
the most confusing.
But no.
I would say so.
No, because I feel like I had a relationship where the girl was very self-sufficient. I'm like, yeah, no, I'm gonna pay for this myself and stuff like that. But like
Okay, yeah.
But when it
I
comes
agree
to
with
like,
you.
gifts and stuff like that, like, it's not like she didn't receive gifts, But she always reciprocated that energy, right? Which I appreciated and I saw it as very mature,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
Too many people in this generation is all fucked. It straight contradicts each other. They want some toxic shit, but they don't want to be toxic. They want some toxic shit, but they want security. They want some shit. It doesn't make sense, right? So in this sense, we need to start changing the narrative of like what we actually want in relationships and what we actually want in general, because this shit is getting old. We're getting old.
Yeah.
We are the pillars.
We are the fucking pillars, bro.
Yeah.
We got the
Like-
ability to change this shit.
Like, in all honesty, and it's like we have to change this power grip that people have on each other, the controlling, the mindsets, the bots. Like, it just hits on multiple levels. It's kind of nasty. Like, honestly, just how power gets wielded. I know you were talking to me about this one girl that I was talking to in the past about, and you were saying that I kind of took can you explain that a little bit so I don't
No, I was
jumble?
just saying how you were talking about. You were saying a lot of things how you kind of have her like on raps in a way, and it seemed like you kind of was like you wanted her to bow down. In my perspective, you wanted her to kind of beg, like you wanted her to lower herself for you. That's what kings do. That's what governments do. That's like it's a power thing. Like people love to have power over other people. And that's not a bad thing.
Power is like
It's
the root of all evil.
It is,
See-
but it's a natural human
Yeah.
feeling.
It's an
Okay,
innate
so
thing
just
to want power.
to speak to that, right? So I disagree with him in that point, because I felt like in that situation it wasn't more of like power, it was more of just like pride, right? Where like the girl had pride. Like, alright, so the girl had a bunch of pride against me when it came to a lot of shit, right? But once I started doing my own shit and figuring out myself and stuff like that, it started to like just flock, right? So when that came, he was saying that like because I was like, nah, she's gonna if she wants me, she's gonna have to do this, right? Not like some nasty shit. It's more of like, if she wants me, like she's gonna like you guys, like the shit that I used to do when I want like a girl and stuff like that. right? Just the track and the road, the grind. Show me something. Don't I'm not here for the little effort because I don't need it, right? I don't need it. I got good energy. I got my energy intact, and I felt like the girl that he was talking about just wasn't on my frequency anyway, right? So I'm like, it wasn't exciting me that she didn't have that energy to replicate mine at all. So I felt like I was lowering my energy regardless.
You just had standards.
And that's what I was saying to him. I'm like, I just have a higher set of
standards. Talk about this on podcast.
Of course, but I just have a higher set of standards when it comes to people nowadays, right? Where it's we can even get an example just more of into intimacy, but more of if.
You wink when you say intimacy.
I feel like pride coincides with power, though.
Of course, pride coincides with power and ego.
Yeah,
but when it comes to now I got these standards because I don't need it though. I don't need what she was offering, right? Where it's just a little bit. I didn't need it at all. So it's you got the. Is that power and ego? I was maybe you have to show me you have to show me something if you're you have to show me.
I'm gonna use an example. Actually, finish yourself. Finish your thought.
No.
I didn't mean to cut you off.
Give the example. You're good.
All right. So my friend, right? Bitch did him dirty, right? Crazy dirty.
Yeah.
Go fuck yourself if you're watching this. Listen, this nigga wanted to talk to her. Told her not to. He wanted to do it. Talk to him. This bitch said to my girl, right, that what I gotta do, I'm gonna double down before I get back with him. To show him how I felt. You understand what I'm saying?
I see what you're saying.
That is, you're my bitch. And I love the power I have over your ass.
Yeah.
She wakes up and smiles off of that shit.
That is different, though.
I feel like it's kind of the same, though.
But it's not. Because that's that nigga simping for her to the point where it's alright, I got this. Now I'm holding this nigga's power. My situation.
But my thing is this. No. Because this is my thing, right? She was saying that she wanted to double down on him for what he did to her. We know that's bullshit. But her perspective, it aligns with your perspective. That's what I'm saying.
No. Yeah. My perspective. Hold on. It's because she had that nigga bitch wrapped. Right? She had that nigga bitch wrapped OD. So when it came down to that, my hands are clean. There's no blood on my hands. Heart pure. I'm clean. I don't need to mess with this girl. At all. Right? And she actively knows that. That's the difference between that situation and this one, right? I'm transparent on everything that I say with every person I'm talking to. Transparent. All of my intentions. Her intentions was to deliberately hurt this nigga. I'm looking out in general, but I just have standards when it comes to me.
Okay.
My energy's too good for now. It's too good now. It's premium, right? Honestly, it's premium. Okay. It's premium. That's just how it is. Because that's when I watch my podcast, I'm just thinking of a business standpoint, right? If you have a premium product, right, obviously you're gonna bring up that price. That's how my standards work now. The more that I elevate, the more my standards elevate. Just because you have to meet me on my level. And in that situation that you were talking about, that's where my standards at now. Mm-hmm. So in that situation with the girl, right, and the other guy, he was being manipulated. I am not manipulating at all. There's no power in that. I'm not taking any power from her. Okay. She knows where my intentions lie. That's true. She knows exactly where my intentions lie. Mm. So that's where that's just where it's at. That there was no malice in my heart in that situation. It's transparency.
Malice is another good word.
Malice is a great word. Vocabulary is going up on this podcast. I hope you know. We all reading.
I be trying to.
I'm capping. we all
None of us
attempting.
read. Fuck.
We all attempting.
Yeah.
Shit. Are we
Alright.
ready to close out?
Yeah.
I think that was good.
Damn,
I got
bro.
to make a Naruto reference, so I'm satisfied.
Yeah, you know who Jada texted me today saying I love the Naruto references. I said I'm gonna tell Glenn that. It's gonna
Fuck
make his
yeah,
day.
baby.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that makes my day.
Yeah.
Did she watch Naruto?
Yeah.
Damn straight.
Good show.
Shout out Jada.
I'm gonna find some new anime, yo.
You're gonna love the Boondocks. I'm telling you, this show is insane.
Oh, the Boondocks.
It's actually insane. It's not anime, but
The TikTok recommendations you get where they're like, oh, this anime, watch them. They're fire. TikTok knows what's up. I'm telling you.
Okay.
yeah, but
Alright.
damn man. All right, so listen.
Recap.
Listen. We are going to be starting this reflection type segments.
You might have to put this at the start.
Who gives a fuck? We'll just do both, I guess.
Yeah.
We're gonna do a reflection type thing. So we want everybody to start comment down topics or just things that you relate or resonate with in the pod, right? And then we'll speak on it, probably put it on the pod, show something, tap your name in, tap your Instagram or some shit, and just tag yourself. But yeah, just interact with us in the comments, you know. It'll help the algorithm, it'll help us. We want to interact with people, we just want to figure some shit out. And if you got topics, comment it down below.
You help us, we'll help you.
Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. You already know it's Pillars to Society. You got your host.
Can I?
You got your host.
Remember
And you got your host over here, Sadiq Spears, bro. And we out, bro. Let's get it.
Alright.
Pillars.
Baby, you perfect, yeah. Yeah, baby, roll, yeah. Baby, you perfect, yeah. Baby, you perfect. Yeah. Baby, you perfect. And I still put my slime on a mission. Need a drum and I coach for the Pistons. He had a chance, but he missed it. How did you miss it? Yeah, I'm sipping lean with my doctor. Why this hoe wanna kick it like soccer? When she told me she loved me, I blocked her. Ain't tryna talk if it's not about them dollars. I'm tryna leave a